Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I want to address a question that I got on Instagram after my last YouTube live, which I do every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. And this week I had Emily Dalgiello, and she and I had so much fun talking about not only how she became debt-free, which was such an inspiring story. She's really a hustler. She knows what it's like to save money and get out of debt. And also, we were sharing our tips on how to live frugally and still have fun. So if you missed that interview, I'm going to link it at the end, and I'm going to link Emily's channel down below so you go check her out. But anytime I'm done with my lives on Tuesday nights, I go to Instagram right away because you guys have the best follow-up questions and comments and topic suggestions, and I just love to be able to talk to you after the interviews. And today I had a great question from Sheila. She says, Debbie, every time that I try to budget, I always fail. Do you have any tips on how to set up my budget correctly so next time I don't fail hard? That's a great question. I feel like before you start to set up your budget, there's two things you have to do. First, you have to check your mindset. Two words that she said in her question really stand out. She said the word fail twice. The second time she said fail hard. Sometimes I feel like it really is mind over matter. And I know what it's like to be living paycheck to paycheck and barely being able to get by. I really do. But back then, when I started trying to make my money stretch and try to start saving so that I can get a little bit ahead of the game, and now when I'm debt-free, I have an emergency fund, and now we're starting to invest in our future for not only our retirement, but for the kids. This journey has really been an eye-opening experience for me. And I really feel like one thing really helped me get to where I am now, and that is money mindset. Now, I have a whole video on different types of money mindsets and how you can overcome any obstacle, and I'm going to link that video at the end. But what I want to say, when it comes to money, it really is mind over matter, right? Have you ever looked at something and thought to yourself, it's so complicated or it's so stressful, you know what, I'm just going to put it off. I'm going to put it off. I'm going to do it tomorrow, right? Or I'm going to do it next week. I'm busy, right? But meanwhile, you find time for the things that you're enjoying, right? Budgeting can really take a toll on you emotionally, especially when you already have a negative mindset by saying that you're failing and how can you avoid failing again? So in order to get your mind right, just try to think of money in a positive way. Even if you are living paycheck to paycheck, just try your best to, whatever negative thoughts come in your mind, try to flip it. You know, instead of saying I'm living paycheck to paycheck, it's, you know what, I'm making enough money so that I can sustain me and my family under this roof, right? That's positive. You're doing it. You're doing it. You're making your money work for you and your family in the circumstances that you are right now, right? And you still have a roof over your head, and you still have the utilities that you're paying, and you're still okay. Think about it that way. Try to take anything negative and try to flip it positive. It really does make a difference. For me, when I first started budgeting, again, I did not enjoy it at first. It was such a stressful situation for me. But by playing those tricks with your thoughts and thinking to yourself, you know what, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to take power over the money that I have. I'm going to make the money that I have work for me. I'm going to tell my money where to go each month so that I can get by, so that I can get ahead, so that I can start tackling this debt. Right? By thinking things that way, you will see such a difference in the way you approach each paycheck and each bill. And also, it'll also help you narrow down where your money's going so that you can make it work for you the most. And if you're spending money, and I'm not telling you not to get coffee, but coffee is the best example. If you're spending $5 every few days on a cup of coffee, and yet you are stressed about money, then try just cutting back that coffee a little bit. Like, think about it that way. Look at money that way. How can I reduce the stress for me? Another thing that I used to do is I used to light a candle. I used to play music, my favorite upbeat song. And as I'm balancing my checkbook, I'm listening to it and I'm bopping along, and it's becoming more of a positive experience. So money mindset and setting it right can make such a difference in the way you look at things and the way you feel about it. And next thing you know, you're going to be looking forward to that next paycheck and that next budget for the following month so that you can really take control of every cent and tell your money where to go. The second thing I really think that you need to get a hold of before you even start budgeting is you have to know yourself, right? You have to know how you are with money. Are you the type of person that likes to procrastinate? That's me. If that's the case, set a date. Set a date in your calendar. Grab your phone. And we all live on our phones now. Grab your phone and set a time and a date where this time, every time you get paid, every week, however you want to budget, set a time and set an alarm and set like a fun song to it, you know? So when it goes off, you're like, okay, it's time to sit down and look at the numbers. It's time to pay some bills, right? But try to get to know yourself when it comes to things like that. For example, are you the type of person that says to yourself like, oh, this is too complicated. This is too complicated of a task to try to tackle, right? I got to come up with a budget and I have to try to pay these bills and I have to do this. No. Try to go around that procrastination, right? Try to make things easy. If you are the type of person that goes and puts off things that are too complicated, again, right here, try to make it simple. Our finances are so simple. And the reason why they're simple is because that's how we choose to do things. There are some people on YouTube and on the internet, and I'm not saying anything bad about them, but they like to have 8 and 9 checking accounts, like 6 and 7 sinking funds. And then what they're doing is they're taking money from one account and moving it to the other account, and taking money from this account and moving it to that account. By making things complicated, if you're a natural procrastinator, you are going to put it off, right? Our banking is so simple. It's so simple. Anybody can do it the way we have our account set up. We have 2 accounts. We have our checking account and we have our emergency fund. I also have 3 sinking funds, right? Auto, Christmas, and Disney. Disney is always in the budget. So by doing things that simple, I know exactly that the bills get paid from our checking account, right? Anything extra gets divided up in certain amounts that I've already designated between me and my husband, because we have our monthly meetings and we said we're going to put this much away in auto, because if anything happens to those cars or next time they have to go in for an oil change and it's a $300 expense, I'm not freaking out. That sinking fund has it covered. Christmas, same thing. We looked at the amount that we spent in the most expensive year in Christmas, which was 2 years ago, and we divided it up per paycheck, and that amount goes right in every paycheck, right? And now whatever's left over, we've designated a percentage that part of it goes into savings and part of it goes into our Disney fund. Do I wish that the Disney fund got more money sometimes? Yes. But that's how we did it. And it's so easy. And because of that, as you can tell when I'm talking about my accounts, I'm happy and I'm excited because I want to talk about it, because I want to sit down and look at the numbers and see how much money we're accumulating in each of our accounts, because it's simple and everything has a place. So if you're a natural procrastinator, go around that obstacle and simplify things. And you will see how all of a sudden something stressful where you're thinking you're going to fail and you're going to fail hard, watch it be something that you enjoy and you take power of and you change your life. These 2 tips I really believe are the foundation for a successful budget. Well, I hope I was helpful and you enjoyed this video. If you did, please click the like button, share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe and to click on that bell. And if you have any topic suggestions or if you have any further questions or anything I can do to help, please reach out to me on Instagram. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.